Hey, love bugs, it's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my grown, extended, beautiful family, as always, just thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly appreciated. So, with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video or you're up, tell me about your empathic gift. And if you feel like the video is uplifting and give you good vibes that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or friend, or even a fellow empath that are going through trying times and need just spiritual guidance or just needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on the social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you so much for the love and support. I truly appreciate it, and I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. In this video, I said I know the devil was busy because I wrote out everything for this, and all of a sudden I'm like, where's this video at? All my stuff just erased, and I said that's okay. I can even make it better. So this one's called "Being Authentic" by some people is seen as a problem, but the struggles you constantly face made you a powerful solution. And it's true. It has. I know I was going to share this video and I got frustrated. It was, I forgot. It was one that I got off of Instagram. And that girl, when I say she was speaking truth, because it's like a lot of times people, how she said, you're intimidated with me not being intimidating. A lot of times it's like within your growth, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to admire you. They're going to, appreciate you and say, you know what, you inspire me to do so much better for my life. But then there's going to be some people that you really irritate the heck out of because it disturbs certain things that they don't want. Their character is so important for how people are seeing them, that you create a problem for that because you're allowing yourself to address the things that has been taken into your life that, you had to grow, you had to heal, you had to hold yourself accountable. You are, being responsible for your own actions. And a lot of people that feel like that's too much work, you're an automatic walking trigger. And, already with you being a Heyoka, I remember I used to walk around like, dang, am I that damn janky? Because it was like even in school. And I know some in school, it was about me running my mouth, and it was me being that person that I could say one thing and, by the time it came back, it would be something you didn't even say. And my mom always used to tell me, girl, just keep your mouth shut. Don't ever say something once you can't say twice, because it's like if people don't like you, they're going to claim you said one thing and it's going to be another, or it could be something you're just trying to mend within people, and then you're the person that they start getting mad at, and it ain't even have nothing to do with you. So I've learned a lot of different things about certain things like that, with me being in my life. And it was just like, since I've been on this, this vibration of my spiritual awakening on who I truly am, my truth is, it's been very hard, because I've had constant people, try to do bad things to me. I've seen how my kindness was a disruption to somebody for them to try to, hurt me in any kind of way. And those are the things I had to be able to understand, where it's like, okay, there are certain things you just can't talk about. It's different, if, people stumble upon that stuff like that, or it's just, you're not directing somebody to go a certain way for them to know whatever is going on in your life. That's a different story. But it's just like where I am now, and being able to see how far I've come just from being in traumatic situations, within my life. It's been very hurtful, especially, with the people that are involved in my life that, the situation occurred. But just being able to allow myself to know, when you're allowing yourself to know your gifts, allowing yourself to be flawed and all, and not worried about what people think, not worried about if people believe you or being understood. There's sometimes people are just not going to get you. They're not going to understand your journey. And that's okay. They don't need to know. They don't need to know your whole story. They don't need to understand if you don't need to be, your vibration should not be worried about if these people are going to get me. These people are going to understand me. The right people are going to understand you. The certain ones that, your message or your vibrations wasn't meant for them. It just wasn't meant for them. They're not going to understand. Even if the truth is right there, they're not going to understand that. And that's fine. And those are the things. It's just like with me being the way I am, I've got a lot of hate from that. I've heard a lot of racist things, that I've gone through. I've heard a lot of colorist things, I had to face, and that mess wasn't easy. I tell anybody, especially if you're on a YouTube platform, you have to expect the unexpected. And I tell people, you got to have a tough skin, because see, with mine, I've had tough skin, but I was more about allowing people to trigger me in those kind of ways. Because it's just a lot of times your response could be your response at all, and a lot of times people that have been with me like, Roz, certain things you don't even come out and say. I don't like talking about drama. I really don't, and it was just like, even when I said before, with my life, when I first started, I was in wild hair, I had a wild hair up in my behind. So I didn't care. I wanted people to know what went on with me in my life. I wanted my truth to be heard, not realizing I was embodying having that victim mentality and didn't realize that was what I was doing. So now it's just like, it's not where you came from, what brought you here. It's about what you are in your presence. So are you being present? Being in a situation that can be very traumatic for you. I had to work on a daily, and I still do, of not living within my past, thinking about the things that people have done in my life, the hurt that they have inflicted on me and my children, for certain things that was just out of our control. And I've seen that truth, and that truth is not hard for me to digest at times, but is, when I say it has truly strengthened me, it has. I've met beautiful people along this line of a lot of different things. I helped a lot of people. They have helped a lot within myself as well. And those are the things that I truly cherish. Even the ones that turn their back on me, even the ones who have done the worst of the worst to me when I know I didn't deserve that. But these are the things, when you're allowing yourself to be authentic, when you're allowing yourself, I call myself on my own stuff. And I'll tell people real quick, yeah, I had narcissistic vibes. You piss me off, a lot of times it'll come popping up. And I try not to allow myself to go there, because that can be very dangerous, and be very volatile. But I had to allow myself to know I was very narcissistic towards my children. Hell, I was narcissistic towards myself and didn't even realize those are the things that I carried. But that's when you're on your growth, you have no problem for allowing people to see those scars within yourself. You're allowing yourself to say, what, this is how I'm healing. And a lot of people, came to me and said, Roslynn, I really respect you. You're very real on top of real. I sound very transparent. If I feel like I'm uncomfortable about talk about certain things, I'll tell people I don't want to talk about that. You ask me, I don't got to answer if I don't want to, and those are the different things. You find out something on your own, it's all on you, on what those things are. But it was just at that point, I had to allow myself to be okay with not everybody knowing my story. It was just about me evolving. The certain things that I went through, I never want to be able to see or feel anybody going through those different things. And it made me know, that was my journey. That was my purpose. You go through certain things and what that felt like. You never want nobody to feel in those vibrations that you were. You never want to hear how somebody has been betrayed like you have been betrayed. Going through volatile certain situations that a lot of people wouldn't have been able to come back from, and those are the things that I've been very passionate about. I tell people, don't worry about what the heck other people say. People judging you and they ain't even got that stuff together yet. You're allowing yourself to put in your truth, and people want you to play small. And those are when people choose to do that, is because they allowed themselves to go back on certain things because they knew certain things that they felt like they would never be able to reach. So they give up on their own things. And when they do that, you have to be very selective. Don't bring people back into your life that was disturbing your character. People that wanted you to second guess yourself. When people had no problem with showing you how they'll sabotage you and try to play that gaslight, man. Like, what are you talking about? I wouldn't do that to you. And certain things you already know. You just know. You just have to know. The more you're being open with saying, what, this is me. This is me in a nutshell. I'm allowing myself to evolve. I'm not going to be the same person I was 5 minutes ago. I don't even want to be that person I was last week. If something would have triggered me yesterday, I'm working on healing it today. And those are the things you have to be willing to do and be open about stuff like that. And that's why certain people, I would constantly have these situations that pop in my life. And it made me to that point where there are certain people that vibe or just what they stand for, I will not allow you in my life. I'm very particular about who I let in my life, and I stand by it, and it don't even matter what it is, and I had to learn from those situations that I've constantly gone through because of my situation. I'm very choicy about certain situations that I allow myself to engage in. I allow myself to be very selective about what I truly talk about. But these are the things I had to really learn about myself, because it was just like, it was all about, when I was around certain people, it's always about how people were going to see me. What if they found out this? Well, what if you decide to be this? I had my own past where I used to constantly hear, what if you decide to be famous or something like that? They're going to find out this. When you show me the first person that you ever known that has a clean past, they ain't did nothing. They better even have a moving violation on the speed ticket. They better not even been late to turn the daggone library, book back in. Then we can go ahead and, perpetrate on something like after that. Then it's just like, I tell people real quick, I don't judge nobody. Now, if you ask me your opinion about my opinion on something, and I'll be real honest with you. I tell people, I'm going to tell you the truth. It may not be that truth that you want to hear, but these are the truth I have to be able to allow myself to digest as well, and those are the things I tell people. I'll help you all day, but it's about you. Are you willing to help yourself? That's the question. Because there are some people that thought I was going to do all the work, and they wonder why stuff ain't changed in their life, because you didn't do your part, and I had to go, in certain situations. But when you're allowing yourself to evolve, you're learning from the life lessons of the things that you have once engaged in, or to certain people you allowed yourself to communicate with, or even in your sacred place. Your vibration is very sacred, because there's a lot of people that are in your life. Either they're going to build you up, or they're going to work hard to tear you down. And it's not nothing personal, but it's just the fact is, you have that light is very intimidating. When you allow yourself, I'm like, I don't care what the next person think about my life. That's why I tell people, you go back on my videos, like, I don't even smoke weed anymore. I stumbled upon that. I fell off the wagon a few times because I was dealing with some really heavy stuff. It was hard for me to just move sober. For me to not, act on my impulses, I went back to my addictions. Had me a weak moment. And I tell people, when you can realize your strength is when you can allow other people to know you had a weak moment. That's the real strength right there. Because a lot of people act like certain things don't bother them, certain things that make them mad. What you're doing in your life ain't pissing them off when they feel a certain type of way, and that's only denying yourself. That's dishonoring yourself. That's a mental issue when you're acting like you're not bothered when you are bothered. And those are the things I really had to really learn, as well as appreciate that everything that has taken place into my life, it has not been easy. It's still hard at times, because my truth, my painful truth, as well as love of truth that is very painful, is around me all the time. And it is hard to digest at times, but it's just like, at the same breath, I can say it's truly appreciated. Even though this was a situation that really just traumatized me as well as hurt me, words that can't even be described on that vibration of what I felt. And I tell people real quick, I never want you to imagine, because that mess used to be that's a good way to make me mad. And it's not the fact of me being mad because you're placing judgment, but it's just the fact is, I'm very selfish when it comes to pain. I don't want people to inflict that type of pain. Inflict. I never want nobody to even come into their vibration of wanting to know what that pain I felt went through. My pain became my biggest strength. I work on that on an everyday basis, and I even surprised myself, because it was just like, when that situation, a lot of people like, Roz, I don't understand how you could be that way, how you can still be loving, how can you still be compassionate. And it's just that always was, us being, empaths. You try to see the good in the worst of people, the worst of situations, and just being able to allow myself every day. I said, I will not let this painful situation break me. And that what pissed a lot of my enemies off, because they wanted so much hurt to me. They wanted me to be non-existent. I'm a liability. I'm a loose end. You see how they do in the world nowadays when you know too much. Especially if it's something that will irritate somebody in a big way, especially if you're in the public eye. People like, oh, we found this person that, took their life. And yeah, that's the story they want you to tell, and all those different things. And that's how I know I'm very favored by God. I'm very well protected. I keep allowing myself to honor within my truth of purpose, keep evolving in my truth of purpose, not to be pressed by anybody that goes against me, not to be pressed about what somebody says about me or their opinion about me, because you're allowing yourself to validate yourself. When you start allowing yourself to move your life or structure your life on other people, that you're acting for external validation, because there are going to be some people that just not going to like you. You can't please everybody all the time. The right ones is going to be in your life. The other ones just ain't. And you gonna appreciate them both ways. And these are the things, when you allow yourself to keep moving in your truth, you already know. It's just the vibrations you carry is already intimidating as well as threatening. And that you have to be able to expect those different things, but do not allow yourself to play small just because somebody else does, or that they want you to play small because your strength intimidates them too much, or that makes them want to have to acknowledge the things that they need to take care of in their life. And that's what it is. It's like universe has chosen us to be able to be that person to say, yes, I went through this, and this, and that. Because so many people feel like when they have gone through very traumatic things in their life, you can't come back from that. There's no good to come back from that. And I really feel, yeah, it can. It's just up to you if you want to or not. It's not going to be easy, because there's a lot of things you're going to have to own up to. There's a lot of things you have to hold your own self accountable for. You have to be forgiving towards yourself. You have to be forgiving towards other people. You have to recognize your weaknesses for them to come your greatest strength. Being able to allow yourself to say, yeah, I effed up. Allowing myself to say, okay, what triggered me tomorrow is going to be appreciated today. What I fell back on yesterday is going to spring me forward tomorrow. And these are the things that you're doing. You're showing a lot of people stuff that they don't want to hold themselves accountable for. And for that, you will have many enemies. There are people who will sit up here and try to intimidate the heck out of you. But long as you know and what God knows, if God's on you, ain't gonna matter who's against you, because all the doors and the blessings he got for you is not based on other people's jealousy or emotions or what they feel like you didn't deserve. Because once that door open, it's gonna stay open, and when one door closes, 10 gonna open for you. So you allow yourself to be unbothered and not pressed. Just keep on allowing yourself to evolve in your truth. Like I said in one video, or I sent that other video out, there are going to be people that are steady watching you, that act like they don't even pay attention. You trust, but they watching, and allow them to be who they want to be, but allow yourself to know who you are and where you're trying to go and who you belong to. Anybody who is threatening your peace of purpose and is trying to bogart on your purpose, they're not messing with you. They got to mess with God, and God ain't the one to play with. So I hope you were able to get something out of this situation. I say out of this video, because I got to close it up, because I already know I'm like about, I'm gonna be on time this time about my own chat. So much love to you. Like and subscribe. Hit that that notification button, so when I'm about to upload my next video. I leave all my contact information in the description box below if you want to shoot me an email, or you want to tell me about something, or even if you may have questions or concerns about your spirit of purpose, or about your life mission, or whatever. I'll try my best to be able to assist people as well. But like I said, I love doing my chats. I said with the COVID thing with my daughter, I haven't been able to do anything for a couple of days, because I've been trying to, maintain my household, and it's been crazy. So, I'm gonna try my best to be able to have my videos, in the chats and stuff like that, trying to get back on top today. So, we can try to at least have our, live chats at least every other day, or so forth, or whatever. But I hope whatever you're trying to manifest into your life, it comes so much bigger and better than you ever expected, and comes sooner than you ever predicted. And make sure you give out love and light positivity, word vibes, frequencies. You never know. It can really, help somebody a long way. And I hope you have a blessed, productive week. And you'll see me on my next video. Much love to you. God bless. Peace.